If you're in your 30s, busy with your full-time job in Singapore, you're probably sick and tired of hearing that you need to start investing if you want to retire early in the future. But every time you try to start, you either get overwhelmed with all the information online, or you overthink yourself to the point of procrastinating and just putting it off to next month, as if that's ever going to happen. People who watch my YouTube videos and meet me in real life always ask me the same question: what should I invest in? And honestly, I wish it was that easy to answer that question. Because the real problem isn't what to invest in, it's why people don't get started. It's definitely not the lack of information, but instead the mental blocks that keep you second-guessing your actions and having analysis paralysis. So in this video, I'll go through all the mental blocks that beginners face and the exact steps that help you finally start investing in 2026. Let's go! One of the things that I hear most often nowadays is, I don't know how to get started. Now, I'm not gonna lie that when I hear this, I get a bit low-key triggered because there's no way in hell in today's information age, especially when something like investing is so commonly talked about on the internet, on YouTube videos and all these kind of things, that you can tell me that you don't know how to get started. We literally live in a world where you can learn anything from your phone itself, right? From your phone. We've got Google, YouTube and ChatGPT, for God's sake, all right there at your fingertips, and you're telling me that you don't know how to get started? I'm really busy with work, YouTube and all these miscellaneous things, and yet I could still watch 7 whole seasons on The Rookie on Netflix in like 1 to 2 months. Amazing show, by the way. You guys should watch it if you're interested in this kind of shows. But don't tell me you don't have just 2 hours a day or 2 hours in a whole week just to learn about something that could potentially change your life. So what exactly is the problem? What's exactly happening here is a fear of failure disguised as confusion. It's not that you don't know how to start. We all do. It's not that difficult, right? I just talked about it. It's that you are scared to start. You're afraid of losing money, of looking stupid, and ultimately of people or your friends judging you if things don't go too well. And I get it. I'm also human, right? And I've felt that same fear before, especially when I first started this YouTube channel. Don't even get me started on it. My first 10 to 20 videos were so cringy and so bad that I still can't bear to watch it myself right now, you know? My friends would also poke fun at me, and they would play my videos out loud in the living room at parties for everyone to hear, and I was so damn embarrassed. But if I had let that fear and judgment stop me, this channel that you're watching right now, the one that brings in thousands of dollars a month and that has helped, hopefully, quite a bit of people start investing as well, would have never existed anymore. So the only way to learn is really just to start. You'll definitely make mistakes along the way, just like I did with YouTube. But those mistakes are what teach you how to do it better and hopefully earn more money from it in the future. So don't wait to feel ready, because you'll never ever feel 100% ready. Now that we've kind of conquered the fear of starting, now let's talk about the fear of losing money. We as humans are wired to be more afraid of losing something once we've obtained it, something like money, and I totally get it. We work our asses off every single month to earn our salaries, right? And we work really hard at our jobs, and it would be such a shame to see it just disappear after we put it into one of these magical apps on our phone. But after investing for the last 6 to 7 years, I realized that if I started all over again, this would be exactly what I would do instead. I would start small and start safe first in order to get my feet wet and slowly increase my risk appetite. That way, I'll be able to earn money but still be able to sleep peacefully at night. One of the apps I'm using right now is the Longbridge Singapore app, and full disclosure, this is not a sponsored video. I'm just showing you guys what I did, and I'll show you how to do it later on the app itself on my phone. If I was completely new to this app and investing, I would firstly participate in the new user promotions. So back then, I invested $10,000 for 90 days, made 5 buy trades, which was their criteria, and I got a free Apple stock worth $200 and also bonus interest on the money market funds. Money market funds are basically pretty low risk investments that pay you interest daily, and on the Longbridge Singapore app, this is something like the iFast SGD fund. This pays you around 1.21% per year, but with the new user promotion, Longbridge bumps it up to 12% interest for the first 90 days for $2,000. If you guys are interested, you can only get this bonus interest if you sign up with my link down in the description box, or you can scan the QR code here for you. I've already made this super easy for you guys. This is literally right here. If you don't sign up, this is on you, right? You can't blame me or you can't blame anyone else for not doing it anymore. So this is on you. So as you can see here, I have around $6,126 in the Fullerton SGD cash fund, and you can see the total P&L. I earned $58.25, and if you click on earnings details, you can see that it pays me every day very nicely. It's not life-changing money, but at least it gets you to dip your toes into the investing world slowly. All you need to get this interest is to deposit your money into the Longbridge Singapore app. So the first thing you need to do is to press deposit, choose the currency that you want to deposit, and then use Pay Now and deposit the money. Once that is done, all you need to do is press over to market, press Cash Plus, and usually this will help you to get invested into their Cash Plus fund, which is the money market funds that we discussed earlier. So usually you'll get into the iFast SGD fund, and you can see here that it pays around 1.3%. All you need to do, scroll down, press Opt In and confirm. There we go, you're subscribed to the Cash Plus, and you will automatically be able to earn this bonus interest if you sign up with my link below. Once you're more comfortable, you can slowly scale up and invest into higher risk investments like individual stocks or even index funds. So if you already downloaded Longbridge, and I know a lot of you guys have because I saw the numbers from last month, but you still haven't deposited your first $1,000 or $2,000 to make use of the new user promotions, then what in the world are you waiting for? You've already done 90% of the work. You watched this video, downloaded the app, created the account, and you just stopped yourself at this last step of earning the money. Why? Don't stop short at that final step just because you're paralyzed by the fear of either losing money or the fear of getting started. So do yourself this favor. Don't you find it's such a waste to stop here when you've already done all the work to get here? Do something about it. Don't make me keep repeating myself in these videos. But after you have overcome the fear of losing money, most people tell themselves the next line: I'll start when I have more money. This is probably the next biggest thing I hear all the time. Bro, I'll start investing when I have more money. Now no money, yeah. So many things to pay for, especially in the 30s. But what if I told you that waiting until you have enough is the exact reason most people never get started? Because they have never defined how much is enough and how much they can actually invest. And I totally get it, because I already know what your expenses look like, because I'm also in my 30s trying to buy my resale HDB now with my renovation and my wedding coming up next year. And damn, the expenses are really astronomical. How do people even afford to buy houses if they cannot get a BTO? I really don't get it. So much out-of-pocket investments when it comes to your own renovations and weddings and stuff like that. But of course, the priority is to save for all these expenses first and do a rough estimate to make sure that you have enough. So for example, I'm buffering around $70,000 for my wedding and renovations, and I also buffered in a 30% margin of error in case things go out of hand or I'm simply just bad at estimating my expenses. So this is in case I go wrong. Whatever I have in excess next time, I can still invest it after I'm done with these big ticket expenses. But with this margin of error in, it means I will need $91,000 instead to be safe for both of these big ticket items. Now that I've calculated properly how much money I need to put aside from this, I can then calculate how much money I can invest every single month. But here's the fun part: you don't need a lot of money to get started with investing. When I first started, I was thinking the same thing you guys were. I probably need thousands of dollars to get started investing, so I should just put it off until I save that magical amount. How many thousands, nobody knows, because it's just a BS number that I came up in my own head itself, and it's probably a BS number that you came up in your own head as well. But investing has now become so accessible that you can just start off with $5. I even recently posted 2 videos where I invested $5 a day, which is kind of like what we Singaporeans spend on coffee every single day. So if you have money for coffee, you definitely have money to invest. That's for damn sure. Don't give me the excuse that you can buy your coffee, you can buy your teh peng every single day, and you don't have money to invest. That is out of the world. Blows my mind, it blows my mind. When you're just getting started, the key isn't the amount, it's about building that investing muscle, right? You need to go to the gym, make sure that the investing muscle get better as well. It becomes even more natural for you to keep investing over the years so that that money can compound and make more money for you in the future as well. And of course, not everyone's going to make big money from investing, because nothing is guaranteed, because it depends on what you invest in, it depends on how you're investing it, and depends on whether you're consistent or not. So many factors come into play, so many factors come when there's recessions or not as well. So it really depends. But at least you're creating the possibility of a better financial future for yourself, and that's the difference between people who sit around doing nothing and people like you who hopefully start doing something about it. And of course, once you start seeing these investments returns come in, then you can finally stop seeing money as something that you have to work and put in your active hours for, but having this leverage over here where you're using your money to help work for you while you're sleeping to earn even more money, which is a very nice feeling. And that's how I was able to build my portfolio to around $300,000 to $400,000 over the years, one small step at a time, even while working my full-time job and juggling YouTube right now. So if you want to go deeper and invest more consistently, that's exactly what I help people with the Millionaire Project. It's a private community where we share our investing goals. We meet up on a monthly call to do our personal finances, your budgeting, your money that you're earning, and also the money that you're investing. And of course, this group also helps everyone to stay more accountable so that we can consistently invest for the future and let our wealth compound to become future millionaires. If that sounds interesting to you, you can click the link down below in the description box, or you can scan the QR code here to get started. I'm currently offering the early bird price of just $29 per month, so you better snatch that up before the price increases in the future. Hopefully this video helps you guys get started with investing, and if you enjoyed this video here, you'll probably enjoy this video here as well. Thanks for watching, have an amazing day as usual, and I'll see you guys in the next few videos. Bye bye.